morning, you guys. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for clicking on it. Welcome if you are new. Hi, my name is Lavinia. Welcome to my channel. Happy Sunday to you guys. I had a long day yesterday. I went to work and about a couple hours in, I started having some weird like heart palpitations and I was like having trouble breathing. I just thought I was working too hard, so I slowed down a little bit. And then I started getting like blurred vision. And I was like, okay, maybe my contacts are bothering me, you know? So like, what's going on? So, you know, I called my mom and I asked her to bring up my glasses so I could take my contacts out. And then I just was getting too uncomfortable at work and it just was getting to be a lot. So I decided to take my break early and then call my doctor. So I called my doctor and I was like, hey, I'm having these weird heart palpitations. I know I'm currently being seen for some cardiac issues. What do you think this is? So, you know, I talked to the lady on the phone and she was asking me, you know, like, what are my symptoms? And I said, well, you know, I have a headache, you know, I have some weird like heart palpitations. I'm having some weird like blurry vision, but I just think that's because of my contacts. I've had them in for a couple days, so they're probably just irritating my eyes. And she's like, okay, you know, have you lost consciousness? You know, do you have any like tingling or like numbness in your extremities? And let me ask you a few more questions. So, you know, she asked, you know, are you feeling this? Are you having this? Did you witness this? Did you experience this? And I was like, you know, yes, no, 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 yes, no, whatever. And she's like, okay, you should probably go to the ER. And I said, well, what do you think it is? You know, I'm still at work, you know, I can't just up and leave, you know, do you think I'm just like overexerting myself? Take a break? Like, what's going on? And she's like, you're having stroke-like symptoms. I'm like, what? And she's like, you need to go to the ER and just get evaluated just to make sure. It may be nothing, but you know, some of the symptoms that you are expressing, you know, are stroke-like. And I'm like, okay, well, so I went to my boss and I'm like, hey, you know, these weird feelings I've been having. I talked to my doctor. They said I should go to the ER and get checked out. They're thinking it's stroke-like symptoms. And they're like, oh yeah, you've been having cardiac problems, haven't you? And I said, yeah, I'm currently being seen for some aortic valve stuff. And she's like, okay, well, you should probably go get checked out. You know, we'll finish out your shift. You're okay. Take care of you. Put you first. Go. So I called my mom and we went to the ER last night. And I got an IV and I still have all my stuff in, because we got home late last night. I was in the ER for like 4 hours yesterday. So yeah, I got my bracelet, which I need to take this off, but they started an IV and they ran a bunch of tests. So like I peed in a cup, they took my blood, they did like a neurological exam, you know, like squeezing fingers, pushing with your feet, following with your eyes, and turns out I am not having a stroke. I am severely dehydrated and extremely low in potassium. So, and the tingling in the fingers is carpal tunnel. But they gave me a line of saline, like an infusion of saline, to help hydrate my body. So I got a bag of saline last night. It took like 2.5 hours to complete that bag. And then I just, my mom came with me and, you know, she was reading her book and making me laugh and just being hilarious. And yeah, it's like, for once, I was at the hospital not for behavioral health. I was in the hospital for something physical. Yay! I mean, praise the Lord, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'm home. I gotta rip these band-aids off, but do you see these types of like tape that they use like in the hospitals? It is the worst tape. It like rips out your like your hairs and like layers of your skin. All right, I'm gonna rip it off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh! And then it leaves like this like gross like residue. I got that off and then I need to cut my bracelet off, but yeah, that was last night. That was work yesterday. That was, yesterday was crazy. But yeah, parents are at church this morning. I was gonna go to church this morning, but I was gonna go with a friend, and then my friend's like, you know, you were in the hospital last night, you need to stay home and rest. I'll bring you food. So she's going to church right now, and then she's going to pick up some lunch, and we are going to have lunch at my house. Just my friend and I. I'm off of work today, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But the time this morning is 9:03. And not much is really going to be happening today. I'm just kind of going to be like laying low, you know, just because of everything that's been happening, you know, the last couple days, like with my body and, you know, going to the ER. And long story short, I went to the ER for some stroke-like symptoms. Turns out I'm just severely dehydrated. So I filled up a water bottle, and I'm going to try to drink a whole water bottle today. Just one, because if you guys don't know, I drink soda. I drink a lot of soda, and I've been drinking soda for years. So I can't just chug water all day, every day, just out of the blue, because I have to like retrain my body to love water again, because it's been deprived of water for 15 years. That's just, I mean, I'm being honest with you guys. All I drink is soda. I do not drink water. That's probably why I'm severely dehydrated and my body is struggling right now, is because I'm not getting enough nutrients and hydration. I've been up since about 6:30. I went to bed right when I got home from the hospital last night, and I was just knocked out. Like yeah, so. But yeah, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go out and vape for a little bit, listen to music.
The next morning.
Alright, you guys. It is 9:01 in the morning, and I made it out to my car. Good morning to you guys. It is the next day. I just hung at home yesterday and just relaxed. I didn't really do much. I mean, I went to the grocery store to get some Gatorade to help restore my electrolytes, just because I'm deprived of electrolytes and potassium. So yeah, good morning to you guys. I am running errands this morning. I work at 2:30 today. I have to run to the bank because I have bills that are due. I just need to run to the bank and pay my bills, so that's what I'm doing.
Many hours later.
Quite some time has passed since my last clip. It is now 7:47. I literally just walked in the door from work. Yeah, I worked 2:30 to 7:30 today. So I went to the bank this morning. I am officially home from work. Work was good. It was long, and I just had a lot of customers like getting on my nerves. So yeah, I was a little irritated today, but I think that's also because I haven't eaten very much in a week. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a vlog. I know like this vlog isn't really much, but it was mainly just a quick update, like, hi, my weekend was crazy, here's what happened. Now we're getting back to the regular programming. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you super so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.